Hi guys, Russ here from Wilson Land and Cattle Company. And Walker. Today, what I wanted to talk about is toxic weeds, and it seems like a lot of my videos has been about this recently, but it's that time of year when the toxic weeds show their show themselves or express themselves the most within the pasture fields. So I want to go ahead and show you that. You notice this here cow here's a cow that carries the most flies in the herd. I've been wanting to get rid of her, but she just hasn't went out of the herd yet. Whenever you take, for instance, this cow here that has, I can count 3 flies on her. So yeah, certain cows carry more flies than others, but what my main objective here today is toxic plants. This one here is one that a lot of people have problems with, and it's toxic, but you know, I don't have a problem with it, but you know, you have to use your own discretion as naturally. And what the one that I'm talking about today is horsenettle. This here's horsenettle. It's got little spikies on it. It gets a little tomato-like berry on it, and we're grazing it at the right time because those berries have not matured to the point where the seed is viable in it. So, and this here's Crackhead. We named her Crackhead. If she thinks you have something, she is going to be all over you like ugly on an ape. Huh. She is... What? I don't have nothing. So, what we're doing is we're effectively grazing the horsenettle and all the toxic plants for that matter. There's dog hempbane in here, and there's common milkweed. Here's common milkweed. The dog hempbane is up there, so I won't be able to show you that. But as you see, as we go back in on the back side of this where they grazed yesterday, I was recuperating from yesterday, but if you go back to where they were, you can hardly see any horsenettle. They've got it pretty well all eaten off, which I'm good with. There's one there that's still standing a little bit, and I don't see any milkweed, so that's a good thing. They've got it eaten. So are these toxic plants actually toxic? You know, in my opinion, no, because the biodiversity within the fields, the biodiversity within the field dilutes the toxins that are in that horsenettle, but perhaps there's something in that horsenettle that they can benefit from. Okay, it's kind of like if we go to a pharmacy and the pharmacist gives us a bottle of medicine. We take 1 or 2 pills, that's medicine. But if we take the whole bottle, that's toxic. You know, it could potentially kill you. And that's kind of the same principle that I look for in the toxic plants within the field. As long as it's less than 10% of the ration, I don't get too excited about it. And in here, this here looks more than 10%, but a broadleaf plant actually looks more so whenever it's in this stage of growth. So And while we're here, oh, there's a white-faced hornet. I wouldn't doubt if there's a nest up here someplace. Here's the bull that our main herd bull that we're using this year. He's real thick. Look across his shoulders. He's real thick across the shoulders. He's got a real thick, heavy neck on him. But he's pretty much what we're looking for in a bull. He's got a lot of gut capacity. He's got a nice big round barrel on him. In general, he's just a nice bull. He was a little bit of a jerk when we put him in here. He's pushing the water tank out, but he's kind of gotten over that now, so I'm not too worried about it. And we also have another bull within the herd here. I wish he was a little more masculine. He's over here. Kind of wish he was a little more masculine, but I think that will come with time. Let's go over and take a look at him real quick. I know we're off subject here with the toxic weeds, but and this here's just a yearling, so I expect that he's going to express. He's starting to get a little bit of hump on his neck. He's pretty decent. He's going to fill out to be a really nice bull. Take a look at him here. Look out, girl. I think this cow here is in heat. But I guess he's not as girly looking as I thought. And he's gonna come around. And knock on wood, guys, this is the first year we've never had a single case of pink eye. Here's our tank, the minerals we're feeding, and back onto our toxic plant subject. So the toxic plants, come on. As far as toxic plants go, stuff like this doesn't really bother me much. And I know a lot of other people. You see the tree swallows. We still have quite a few here. About half of them packed up and moved out about, I don't know, the second week in July after they first fledged. So I don't know if they've moved on to another farm or if they've went south or what they did. But they packed up and left me. But there's still a good 25, 30 of them here. Let's go see what this guy over here, he's throwing dirt in the air, being a bull. What do you think you're doing there? Huh? The poor groundhogs. They get picked on so badly. Just being a bull. That's testosterone. This cow here, she's got a lump underneath her jaw. She must have like an abscess or something. We bring her in this fall, we'll take and jab that. Yeah, she's got some sort of an abscess, probably a thistle or something got in it, got infected. Happens. But as far as toxic plants go, you have to use your own discretion naturally. For me, it doesn't bother me, but don't think that Russ said to go ahead and go out there and graze all the toxic plants you want and then kill your cows, because I don't want responsibility for that. You have to use your own discretion. But anyhow, This is what we're doing here on our farm. It's been working for us for a really long time now. We started our journey in grazing the way we're grazing in 2010, 2011. So, you know, we've been at it for about 14 years. We've never killed a cow grazing toxic plants. And we didn't go through anything magical in order to teach them to eat these toxic plants, because a lot of cows will not eat these toxic plants. So, and if you want your cows, Kathy Both has a book and she has a DVD on how to teach your animals to eat plants. I've heard stories where it goes both ways. I bought the book and I bought the DVD, but I never followed through with her method. The way that we taught our cows how to eat weeds, so-called weeds, which to me they're not weeds. Every plant is here on the farm for a reason. You know, even though the guys tell me I need to clip my bull thistles because all that seed's going to be on the farm and it's going to take over the farm, well, it's pretty much highly unlikely. But anyhow, the way we taught our cows how to eat undesirable plants, we'll just call them undesirable plants, and they're undesirable for me, but once they start eating, you know, these plants, they become desirable. You know, they don't pick around and whatnot to eat these plants. The way we did it is we did a high stock density graze, 300,000 to 400,000 pounds to the acre, and we moved them multiple times a day. Now we're in here, we're only moving them once a day because that's pretty much all we need to move them. If we needed to move them more or less, we would. Typically it's not less. I do a minimum of 1 day moves, up to 10, 12, 13 times. And that usually is only whenever we have super wet soil. But yeah, anyhow, I just wanted to show you a before and after. I guess it's not really a before because the cows are already been in here, but you can see an after. You know, there was horse nettle just as bad. You can see it scattered through there. You know, right in here, this here was horse nettle, and actually it was more so horse nettle because the cows opened this little section up to daylight last fall or last winter, because as you can see the windbreaks, this was the last location that they needed a windbreak on whenever they were out grazing, and that would have been probably mid-January, I think it was. We had like a 10-day spell with a lot of cold weather. So and I was having troubles with my side-by-side. The clutch wasn't working in it, so I was only moving these windbreaks about every third or fourth day because I had to bring my tractor over to do it. And it's an open station tractor, and trust me, I didn't want to do it. So we just left them set for 2 to 3 days at a time. And you know, ideally what I like to do is move them daily behind the cows. So what had happened is we had a build-up of manure right in here, and as you can see, it didn't hurt nothing. I mean, it broke down, it was good for the soil and whatnot. So anyhow, guys, we'll be doing some donkey videos here pretty soon. Huh, Walker?
Yeah.
We'll be doing some donkey videos here pretty soon. Walker and I just came back from a trip from Oklahoma. We were gone for 3 days and we drove 2,300 miles. And we picked up 2 really nice big donkeys, didn't we? Yep. So I may be asking you folks for a name for the one because it was named Popper, and I'm not sure I like the name Popper. And the other one was Francie.
No, her name is Harriet.
Harriet, okay. Oops. I think we're gonna start calling her Francie though. Or do you like Harriet better?
Harriet sounds better.
Okay, I guess we're gonna call her Harriet, but the other one was Popper and I don't like it, so we're gonna change that name. And she's probably our biggest donkey, isn't she? our tallest.
She's I can't tell between her and Opal.
I think she's taller than Opal, but she's not as heavy. She's she needs a little weight put on her, but that's no problem. No big deal. We'll take care of that. But anyhow, okay guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. I know I'm beating a dead horse here a little bit with the weeds, but I guess it's one of those things that we need to talk about this time of year. So okay, please subscribe, like, comment, share with a friend, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.
See ya.